What's more impressive? The fact we have two women yet to enter their prime giving chase to the oldest and dirtiest world record in track and field.
With a big shock here, watch the clock, it's going to be great time!
Or a 17-year-old Cooper Lutkenhaus knocking down the 4th, 6th, 7th and 12th fastest 800 meter athletes of all time in a head-to-head race. Go on, answer down below. Whichever one you pick, you're wrong. Only 3 days ago, I asked the question, were we wrong about Keely Hodgkinson? After an incredible indoor campaign this year, outright demolishing a 23-year long-standing indoor 800 meter world record by a hair width shy of an entire second, mind you, for the first time since Jarmilia Kratochvilova's outdoor 800 meter world record 43 years ago, dubbed the Impossible World Record, there was serious conversation. Keely Hodgkinson might be the one to do it. Until she opened her outdoor season with a 400 meter, finishing in an outwardly disappointing 7th place. But a half a second PR. And for those of you that missed it, to answer the question I posed in that video, I answered no and said this. In general, I think this world record is going to go down kicking and screaming. But could she PR? Almost certainly.
4:61 outdoors.
And today at the Stockholm Diamond League, Hodgkinson would do just that. Slotting neatly into 3rd behind Switzerland's Audrey Werro, a young, recently blooming talent who, chasing Hodgkinson at World Indoors this year, landed herself a spot in the top 5 fastest indoor 800 meter runners of all time. And while subtle, these two would separate from the pack, rounding the first lap in 55.54 seconds, which is egregiously fast. We've only ever seen a handful of splits nearly that quick. But there is a catch. Modern 800 meter strategies have changed the event a lot. Today, athletes most commonly use a run fast or die trying strategy, running the first lap up to 3 entire seconds faster than the second. Some theorize it's detrimental, but in an era more competitive than ever, getting a good position early is key. So all this is to say, the pace is hot, but not completely unexpected for a race gunning for the world record. And at 500 meters, Hodgkinson would make her move for the lead, rounding Werro right as the pacer drops out. And where you'd expect the gap to grow between Hodgkinson and everyone else, Switzerland's Werro sticks to her like glue, the two of them leaving the pack's orbit together. And rounding the final bend, we get a quick close-up. Keely looks expectedly strained. Werro, on the other hand, looked remarkably calm.
It's going to make this a really hard run for Hodgkinson, the Olympic champion under pressure from Werro.
Well, I didn't think she was going to come past me, and I saw her shadow and I was like, no.
But she's not going to do it. It's going to be Audrey Werro with a big shock here. Watch the clock. It's going to be great time. 1:53.98. One of the quickest 800s we've seen in a long time.
This being an unexpected win is an understatement. Audrey Werro demoting heavy favourite Keely Hodgkinson to second, with the first 1:53 times since the world record 43 years ago, and she looks confused. I'm not even sure she knew how she did it. Well, just like last week, Keely again lives up to expectations with a sizable PR in her 800 meter season opener, but with the unwanted asterisks of the fastest second place finish in the history of the event. For running so well, she's been getting it rough this weekend. To be absolutely blunt, Werro before this was a solid up-and-coming medal contender. 6th at last year's world champs in a silly fast race, and 2nd at World Indoors 3 months ago, specifically being this far behind Keely Hodgkinson. To get from there to here, she had to obliterate her personal best by an entire 2 seconds, and also fly through the all-time rankings list from the 34th fastest athlete ever to the 3rd, and cherry on top, it's the 3rd fastest time ever, because neither Kratochvilova or Olazarenko, the world record holder before her, ran anywhere near 1:53 before or after their times. And in actuality, a lot of die-hard track fans would consider this the real world record, since again, coming back to these two times, we're done in an era where both athletes massively benefited from the extremely well-documented state-sponsored doping era. Olazarenko ran her 1:53 at the 1980 Moscow Olympics, dubbed the Chemist Games, where there were no positive drug tests. Thanks Russia. And Kratochvilova saw the benefits of the tail end of this doping era in 1983. It honestly baffles me, and I know a lot of die-hard fans, why World Athletics haven't removed these records when there's so much documentation. But that's its whole separate thing. The reality is, 1:53.98 is still a long way from 1:53.28. about this much to be exact. But the fact Hodgkinson is 24 years old, Werro herself turned 22 this March, both are young spring chickens heading into their primes. It's also still relatively early in the season, both athletes looking to peak around late August to September, which unlike some athletes, historically, they both tend to run faster later in the season. And most importantly, instead of a lone effort by Hodgkinson, it's now a two-woman race for the oldest world record in track and field. I don't think it gets any more optimistic than that. Undoubtedly, more 153s are coming, but that world record is going to be a battle. So now, the big question, who do you have to take it? And on top of that, do you think it'll be this year? Funnily enough, based on their stats after this race, Werro has a huge edge with a faster 400 and 800 PR, although Hodgkinson has the clear consistency and experience. Clearly, based off today, the 800 meter has seen an absolute explosion in modern times. On the men's side alone, 13 of the 20 fastest in the event's history are actively running today. And over the last couple years, we've seen the world record challenged on a regular basis. It's honestly criminal it hasn't gone down yet. Yet somehow, amongst the strongest era of all time, 17-year-old Cooper Lutkenhaus is the one finishing out on top. First, it was the World Indoor Championships in March this year, where he beat a strong field ranging from the 12th fastest to 31st fastest athlete of all time, all with PRs in the 142 range, just like him. But when this happened, there was a small amount of pushback. The field was a little weak. Where were the other 13 guys from the top 20? Well, after today there's no more excuses. Lining up against Arop, number 4 all time, Twal, number 6, Hoppel, number 7, and Atawi, number 12, who he beat in indoors anyway. Lutkenhaus would get out humbly in the middle of the pack, earnestly riding the outside and moving up slowly until settling in at second at around 500 meters, right behind Marco Arop, easily the second best active 800 meter runner today. And considering this is his debut Diamond League race, much like Jordan Anthony last week, he just looked so unreasonably comfortable. And heading into the straight, he would prey on a strained Marco Arop, somehow making an athlete known for his long and powerful strides look weak.
He's only 17. He's coming up alongside Arop. They're stride for stride, side by side. Kenhaus is going to move on. He's going to take it and he's going to get the win. 142.70.
My only reaction I can muster is Lutkenhaus is the most talented junior athlete we've ever seen. There's no arguments anymore, unless Gout starts destroying everyone in the next few weeks. He just took out 5 of the top 20 guys in history, and 3 of them are 141 guys. Yeah, the race wasn't a PR, but it's a 142 season opener and Diamond League debut. You know what he was running this time last year? 146.26, almost to the day, and that was his PR. And he was being called a prodigal talent then. And honestly, this 142 was run in a pretty brutal race. 500 meters on the outside before finally slotting in. He spent so many curves on the outside, respecting the field almost too much. You get him a slightly more ideal race, I'd say he's already in 142 low shape. And that doesn't take into account he's most likely going to get way faster through the season. Lutkenhaus has shocked us at every turn. Besides his PR, his progression and integration into the professional scene has been disgustingly linear. No 17-year-old has gone from running a mythical time to actually winning at the top immediately. It's just not supposed to be like that. It's genuinely just so incredible. I think what I'm feeling is fear. Can he just keep winning and dominating? How much faster will he run further into the season and career? What is his potential if his stride at 17 is equal to that of Marco Arop, one of the strongest we've ever seen and a multiple-time global medalist already? Every time through history, we've seen the young talent struggle before making it out on top. That would be my honest call here. But he's already won at the top. He's beat Arop, and in a few days, he races Emmanuel Wanyonyi in Oslo, maybe the only athlete on this earth left to beat. There were also some other solid results I'd love to talk about as well. Tate Taylor with the 3rd fastest high school 200 meter time ever. Him versus Gout at the World Under-20s is going to be almighty. As well as Gabby Thomas's 21.7 with the new form. I called that one months ago, but I wanted to get this one out today to reset for Oslo. So, see you all very soon.